Dear students, we had started the chapter Strong Roots, and we have come almost to the end of the prose piece. In this chapter, which is an extract from Kalam's autobiography Wings of Fire, Dr. Kalam tells us about his childhood days. How does Kalam sum up his childhood in Rameswaram? He sums it up as a very secure time, both materially and emotionally. How does Kalam describe his parents? Kalam describes his parents as neither wealthy nor highly educated, but kind, wise, and large-hearted. Kalam's father was acknowledged as a spiritual person because he was very knowledgeable about different spiritual matters, and the priest of the Rameswaram temple was his friend. Kalam's father was renowned in the locality as a faith healer. He used to give magic potion to the family members of the invalids. And when people were cured, he did not take the credit for himself, rather he urged people to thank God. Kalam describes his neighborhood as a predominantly Muslim locality close to the famous Shiva temple, where the Hindu families lived amicably with their Muslim neighbors. And Kalam's father gave him many advice regarding life. First of all, he advised Kalam not to be afraid of adversities, because adversity also has its uses. Moreover, he also made Kalam realize the relevance of prayers. We are coming to the last part. I remember my father starting his day at 4 a.m. by reading the namaz before dawn. Namaz in Urdu means prayer. Dawn means early in the morning. Kalam's father was an early riser. He woke up at 4 a.m. He read the namaz, that means he prayed to God before early morning. After the namaz, he used to walk down to a small coconut grove we own. Grove means a place or a garden where fruit trees are found. That is called a grove. So they had a small coconut grove. And after the namaz, Kalam's father walked down to the coconut grove, which was about 4 miles from their home. These may be asked in your MCQs. How far was the coconut grove from Kalam's house? It was about 4 miles. He would return with about a dozen coconuts tied together, thrown over his shoulder. Kalam's father was a strong and healthy person. He could carry 12 coconuts on his shoulder, and only then would he have his breakfast. This remained his routine even when he was in his late 60s. Late 60s means on the bad side of 60, that means around 66, 67 years old. This is Kalam's father's daily routine. It may be asked as a 100-word question, what was the daily routine of Kalam's father? Now the last paragraph. I have throughout my life tried to emulate my father in my own world of science and technology. Now Kalam's world was different from the world of his father's. Kalam's father's world was the world of spiritualism. Tar jagat, adhyatmikatar jagat, prayer to God, offering prayer to Almighty, discussing spiritual matters. Kalam was a scientist. He belonged to the world of science and technology. But even in his own world, Kalam tried to follow his father. I have endeavored to understand the fundamental truths revealed to me by my father. To endeavor means to try. Kalam has tried to realize the fundamental truths revealed to him. To reveal means to divulge, prakash kara. He tried to understand the truths that his father divulged to him, and these are fundamental truths. Fundamental means something that is basic, maulik. So the fundamental truths of life, like honesty, sincerity, integrity, fellow feeling, these are the fundamental truths of life. And Kalam's father taught him these fundamental truths of life. And feel convinced that there exists a divine power that can lift one up from confusion, misery, melancholy, and failure, and guide one to one's true place. Kalam himself believes in the power of the divine. Divine is the adjective of God. He believes in the existence of God. He believes that there is a supernatural power that helps man. When man is mired in different problems, when he faces different kinds of adversities, when he reaches a dead end from where there is no return, when he is confused, when he is miserable. Melancholy means sadness. When he is sad, when he faces failures, that means when he passes through the vicissitudes of fortunes, when he passes through the ups and downs of life, it is this divine power that bails man out. এই ঐশ্বরিক শক্তি মানুষকে তার থেকে বের করে আনে, and this divine power guides man to his true place. This God or divine power helps man to reach his goal, his true place. And once an individual severs his emotional and physical bond, sever means to cut off. Bond means a close relationship. An individual means a person. A person has two kinds of bonds with this world. His physical bond. Physical bond means his bodily existence, tar doihik upasthiti. And he has also emotional bond. Our love for our family members, relatives, friends, this is the emotional bond. Sever means to cut off. If man can cut off these bonds, he is on the road to freedom, happiness, and peace of mind. Only then man can attain peace and happiness, according to Kalam. Dr. Kalam believes that if man can cut off his physical and emotional bonds, only then he can attain true happiness, only then he can achieve peace of mind, and he can achieve freedom also in that way. Man can be emancipated when he can sever the physical and emotional bond. So Kalam's father's advice guided him throughout his life. Kalam's father was like a beacon to him. Beacon, কথাটার মানে আলো বর্তিকা, a source of light. Kalam's father was a beacon to him, and it was his philosophy, it was his thinking, it was his advice that shaped Kalam's future. Kalam's father molded Kalam in his own lifestyle, and Kalam grew up as a chip of the old block. তিনি ঠিক পিতার মতোই হয়েছিলেন. That means all the good qualities of Kalam's father were transmitted to him. So in this chapter from Wings of Fire, we get an idea about Kalam's childhood days. We have finished this chapter. I will send you the word notes, the questions and answers. You have to prepare them. So this thus comes to an end. Thank you.